do you guys remember your first World Cup, the first one that you guys watched on TV, or the first ones that you guys experienced at the stadium? Mine was in 1990. I asked my mom if I could miss school that day, and I was 10 years old, and she told me, yeah. That's when I realized I had, first of all, a really cool mom, and second of all, that I was falling in love with the sport. And I asked some people in the business what was their first experience living in a World Cup, and this is what they told me.
Belgium, Morocco in Orlando, 1994, with my girlfriend, soon-to-be wife. So that one stands out. I remember USA, Brazil. And Tab Ramos getting that elbow right on the sideline near midfield and fracturing his face, and the U.S. ending up falling narrowly in that game. Those are the moments that stick out with me. Landon Donovan in that historic goal, and David Beckham getting thrown out. That's the beauty of this World Cup, that there's always these moments that live for generations and generations, and you know the 2018 version is going to have those as well. We're just waiting for them.
For me, it's easy. It's 1982, Italy winning the World Cup final. We didn't have the United States. My mom and dad were born in Italy. It was the country I rooted for. It was the first time I learned about my hero, Dino Zoff. I had the opportunity later in my life to meet Marco Tardelli, and the celebration and everything that went along with that team winning the World Cup. When anyone asks me, that's the one game in my life that I can remember riding my bike with the Italian flag on after with my buddies after Italy won the World Cup, and there's no doubt in my mind that if I have to pick one game as a fan that I remember, that's the game that turned my life around, turned my thinking around, that one day I'm going to do that. I never knew I was going to do it, but as a kid you always dream.
I mean, I feel like growing up in England, it's such a big part of our culture. Football is something that I grew up with from when I was tiny. It's something that my family have always watched. World Cup or the European Championship was something that we would always get together for, and the whole nation kind of stops. I know that obviously in America that's not yet fully the case because there's so many other sports which also have such a big following, but I feel like that's growing so much in the United States as well that I feel like we're not far off that point, that the whole nation will stop as well when America plays, and hopefully, in 4 years' time that's going to be the case. They're going to be involved again, but I wouldn't be able to tell you which one was the first one I watched, but I definitely haven't missed one.
To maybe, I'm going to say 1994, probably. Brazil, Italy. Those were outside of the United States. Those are my two favorite teams, and to see it go into penalty kicks at the Rose Bowl, I was there for that, calling the game on radio, and my all-time favorite player was Roberto Baggio, and to see him miss the penalty kick, that was tough for me as a fan. I mean, I was covering it from a media standpoint, but as a fan, I remember that I thought I can't lose on that day, no matter who wins the game.